we're rich again. Hang on a second. This isn't the book. Well, it's not the book. This is another book. You are right, Phoenix Buchanan. That is not the book. Well, not your one anyway. It's over here. That is the book I am looking for. I have got the book that I was looking for, and I got the one beforehand, the other one. I say the one beforehand, the one that came out before. Phoenix Buchanan? No! He was a patron of the book! Which is, by the way, over here. Hang on. Got the book now. I'm now the owner. Because Phoenix Buchanan is dead! I don't feel like dancing. I better go before his killer comes back. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to my review of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, the second Fantastic Beasts film and the 10th in the Wizarding World series that started with the 8 Harry Potter films and has continued with the 5 Fantastic Beasts films, although only 2 are at the time of review out. We'll be getting the other 3 within the next 6 years? Yeah. Within the next 6 years, and then who knows where we'll go on from then. Cursed Child films, Quidditch throughout the ages, other stuff, we'll see. One film at a time. But if this film's anything to go by, well, the reception of it, then it might go the same way as the Star Wars series, and there might not be as many follow-ups as we originally thought. Oh, they'd probably still finish the Fantastic Beasts films, but what else? What comes next? What will come afterwards, if at all? Might not be the question on people's lips. It might be, will there be anything next? I, on the other hand, do not share that amount of hate or disliking from quite a lot of people. In fact, quite a few other people, myself included, really like this film. I thought this was a great movie. I thought it was fun, entertaining. It had quite a few twists and turns, and it was really great. I will say it did take its damn time getting to those bits. There was lots of just going around, just waiting, like, what's going on in parts of it. It's like, you know what's going on now, but what's the main focus? The story is a little bit of a mess to start with, but I think it does get the hang of it a bit later on, and it does pretty much find out what it needs to do in the second half. There are also some questionable decisions, but I think the way it was handled was pretty well done. I think the characters are done well. I'm not really a fan, no, scratch that, I am not a fan of that minister-esque person. Why is it Minister for Magics or authority figures in these films are such dicks? Rufus Scrimgeour was the least dickish character, but he didn't get much to do in Deathly Hallows Part 1. Fudge became more of a dick in Order of the Phoenix, more so than Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban. This is just films, by the way, if we're going by books. Fudge is also in Goblet of Fire and becomes a bit of a... Oh, he's in the film as well. But in the book, he becomes the dick in Order of the Phoenix at the end. and Scrimgeour appears in Half-Blood Prince, the book, where he's a bit more of a dick in that than in Deathly Hallows. And then, of course, we got the lady from the Ministry in the last, the American Ministry in the last film. Not exactly the most pleasant character. She makes a cameo here as well. She's a bit nicer now. We don't actually meet the French Minister for Magic, or esque job character. So that's something to if we go back to France again, it's something to re-explore the French. In fact, we don't even get that much of the French Ministry of Magic, to be fair, or whichever they call it. But oh well. At least it's used a little bit and it's not wasted. Strangely, why did that woman send the cats after Newt, Tina, and was it Lena? Lita. Why did she send those cats after him? Is it because she recognised Newt? In that case, why didn't she just call security? It's just strange and more of an excuse to have an action sequence and to use more mythical creatures. The last few scenes in the graveyard and Grindelwald's speech are really great and show off the visuals and cinematography brilliantly. David Yates certainly knew what he was doing with his direction for this film, and it's a great payoff. There's also lots of nods to the Harry Potter films, as well as the Deathly Hallows being referenced and the Elder Wand being with Grindelwald. We've also seen the Philosopher's Stone, its creator Nicholas Flamel. We see Professor McGonagall as well as Dumbledore, with a great performance played by Jude Law. The Bogart scenes, reminiscent of that from Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm just trying to work out what else we got. Sure, there was some other stuff that are reminiscent of the series, or would make sense to those who've watched the 8 Harry Potter films. There's a couple of callbacks to the last one, but it's a continuation of them. And I'm glad that I have to say I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. I did like it, but I wasn't the biggest fan. But you do have to watch it in order to understand some of the characters in this film, certainly the main characters. But this one is definitely more of a starting point for what will be coming next in the series, and I think it does it well. Really, the thing is, it does end on a kind of a cliffhanger, and kind of left it open-ended, especially for a very big series. I mean, I understand leaving it open-ended to be continued into the next film or films, but it does kind of feel a little abrupt with the final few resolutions. I mean, it's great to hear Grindelwald tell Credence who he is, or who he may be if Grindelwald's lying, in which case we're going to have to find out how. If Grindelwald's not lying, we're going to have to find out how this is true. I won't spoil it, but we're going to have to find out how. And it does kind of slightly end abruptly just after that, so I don't know, maybe they could have spaced it out, a bit like with Doctor No. It felt like a bit like with Doctor No, which I recently reviewed on the Nicholas Payne Retro channel. It does feel like it's in a rush to finish the film, just to wrap it all up. After the climax, it feels like it's in a hurry to sort out the last little bits. But on the whole, this is a really great film with great visuals, great story. There are moments of not so great dialogue, and I can understand why some people are not happy with some bits, but for the most part, I think it's great, and we get to see more of the Wizarding World and not just in the UK or in America, but we get to see quite a bit of France and its magical community and the twists and turns. And it's also great to go back to Hogwarts. Although, as much as I loved the Hedwig's theme, I think maybe they could have I'm not sure whether that was the best choice music to have when we go back to Hogwarts. I'm not sure. It was great listening to it again. I suppose it works, but as it's more of a theme that's associated with Harry Potter, then I'm not sure. I suppose it works for the scene, But I think there's got to be a new theme for Hogwarts, otherwise it's gonna feel like it's pushing it a little bit. As that track does feel very Harry Pottery. It's great hearing it at the start in the titles to remind you it is a Wizarding World film, and then you've got the brilliant Fantastic Beasts films theme from the first film, yeah, when the title of the film shows up after a great pre-title sequence. Oh, that's such a great pre-title sequence. And yeah, great film. I can understand why some people aren't happy with it, but I thought it was great. Of course, this was after a first viewing. My opinion on the first one did go down a bit more after a few more rewatches. But I'd be more open for a rewatch of this. So when I get it on DVD, I certainly will watch it. So I'm going to give Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald a 9 out of 10. Yep, brilliant movie. Really enjoyed it. I can't say it's perfect, but it's certainly a great instalment. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. My next review on this channel will be Doctor Who Kerblam. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne YouTube channel. There are some also, and yeah, I think the characters are all done well. Yeah, more or less. I mean, that's the case. Why didn't you just call security like me? The final few scenes in the graveyard are really great. Really certainly shot. The dialogue, no, that's fine. There's also lots of nods to play great. Really worst telling. There is a bit of a dialogue. There isn't some great, although I'm not sure if the head as well as. So when I get it on DVD, certainly will watch it. Is it rolling? Are you rolling? You are rolling. Action. You are right, Phoebe. You are right, Phoenix Buchanan. Phoenix Buchanan. You are right, Phoenix Buchanan. It's not getting a bit round. There you go. Avada Kedavra! That's too over the top. Avada Kedavra! Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. Let's do it one more time. Avada Kedavra. I have got the book I am looking for. I got the other one as well, just in case. Right. No more muggles. That's not true. He liked muggles. Well, he didn't like muggles. He wanted to rule muggles. He didn't want to get rid of them like Voldemort did. I'll do that again. No, it's better if he doesn't shout the spell, if he just did it. Okay. Now. I have acquired the book I was listening. You complete and utter twat. We're rich again.